Watch Squid Games 1, gave some medical commentary. Sam put together the highlights of the medical injuries, Squid Games Part 2. I'm about to watch them. I'm scared. It feels overwhelming, but I'm gonna give you the medical commentary you want. Beep-whoop. Box cutters are very dangerous because if you try and cut something very stiff, they can actually snap off. And I had something wild happen one time when I was using a scalpel as a kid to cut wood.
Don't do it.
And it snapped and a little piece landed in my eye. So if I was to blink, I was gonna really hurt myself. Luckily, I got it out just in time. Oof. Oh. What did he find? Blood? Whoa. Transmitter? Oh my God, don't cut he's Mike Tysoning himself. Oh man. There's a part of the skull there called the mastoid process. If you get a mean infection there and it seeds to the mastoid process and you get mastiditis, you can get really sick really fast, like needing IV antibiotics, hospitalization bad. See, I get mad when people dig in their ears with Q-tips. This guy's like, no, I'm gonna get Dr. Mike extra heated and use a box cutter. Jesus. Oh. Are they pulling a healthy tooth? Oh, is this a form of torture? We watch Saw injuries and I've had enough of this. And they're not even giving him any sedation? Oh, they pulled it. That's messed up. Don't pull a healthy tooth. Oh, they put like a little bridge, a tracking bridge. I thought they were gonna do a full-on implant and I was gonna call BS on it so fast because an implant takes like 4 to 8 months depending on the process and your healing process. But they put a little bridge, so. The only thing is if they took out the back molar, what is the little bridge gonna hang on to in the back? Because they had like double, well, maybe they didn't take out the back one. I know a little dentistry too.
This isn't just a game, it's more than that. If you move after red light, you're gonna be shot.
Oh no, they're laughing. Take it seriously.
Stay as still as you can. Don't try and run away.
With that, let the game begin.
Green light. Red light.
He's not a very good maestro because like they're gonna pass him and he's still doing this. They gotta look back at him now. You gotta stand in front of your pupils, players, subjects, musicians, instrumentalists. Orchestra.
Good job. That's it. Keep nice and calm, just like that. Nobody move a muscle.
When I was training Rib, this is literally how I had to act. If I started moving too fast, he would jump up and want to be playful, so I would have to like walk really carefully. And then if he looked at me, I would stop. He obviously wasn't gonna GSW me, but.
What's going on? Is he high?
Nope. That dude's not high.
And you would know?
You wanna try?
Oh, no. I'm not even worried if she's allergic. I'm more worried about if she moves.
What's that?
It knows you're a flower. You got a bee crawling on you.
A bee?
Something bad's about to happen and I don't want to see it.
I just moved, didn't I?
Oh. Not compatible with life. To be or not to be. She chose not to be with the bee. It's literally a killer bee.
Stop moving.
Oh my God.
You gotta stay still. Do not run.
People are not listening. Oh my God. Oh my God. None of this is compatible with life. These are like 50 cal cannons over here. And you know, this is like one of the most problematic things to treat and why battlefield medicine is so complicated. Not that I know anything about it really, but I do know that when you have a GSW, you want to think about controlling the bleeding to make sure the person doesn't completely bleed out, securing their airway, and then figuring out what other things could be going on, obviously after calling for help. So for example, like if you have a chest wall GSW, you want to think about patching that area because otherwise what you can get is a tension pneumothorax. Because if you have an opening in your chest cavity, air will actually come into that cavity and put pressure on the lung so that it can't inflate because the lung inflates through negative pressure. You would have to seal that, ideally seal it in a way where you have a valve where air can come out but not come in. It's a very complicated process, but this is the types of seals that we do not only in the hospital, but also there's some unique pieces of equipment that you could use where you're experiencing these high levels of trauma, like in war zones. Okay. Don't even warm me up to it. Just hit me with the saw scene. They're digging around the lungs.
Close them up.
Close them up.
Can't use any of it?
First of all, it's clear that they're trying to harvest some organs or something, but what's not clear is who are you closing them up for? You kidnapped people, murdered them with a freaky doll, cut open their body to steal their organs, realized the organs were no good, and now you're like, oh, sew them up so they're more aesthetic? And like the point of the personal protective equipment, the gloves, the masks and all that, is to protect them in case the person who passed had a disease. But then when you're just ripping it off and you're getting all the blood all over your face and your hands, kind of defeats the purpose.
What happened? Where's the rest?
None of the organs were any good. This one's been dead so long we were only able to save the eyes.
So organs have a shelf life. I can't believe I'm talking about this, but generally when we talk about length that organs are able to survive outside of the body, we're talking about after they've been removed. So like for example, the heart, because it's so metabolically active, it's so susceptible to ischemia, the heart lasts 4 hours after it's been removed for transplant. The longest part of the body, organ-wise, probably the kidney, could be 24. I've seen like 30 hours. The eyes, depending on the method, can be longer than I've seen 14-day estimates. I've seen bone and muscle and valves, heart valves, be used for much longer than that.
You better do well in here, because by the time we get out, you're gonna pay us what you owe.
All right, I got it now. Please, can you stop? Let me eat my food.
For such a skinny little you sure are obsessed with food.
Reheated rice has a higher risk of having B serious bacteria on it, so be serious. Misfits. You know, it surprises me this show is so popular. There's so much violence, negativity. I guess it's not that surprising.
Hey kids, what makes you think you can behave like that? Especially while people are eating. And in front of your elders too. It's bad manners. Not to mention it's 2 against 1.
Very logical, almost ChatGPT-like in his knowledge.
How about instead of yip-yapping at me, you go back home to your own kids, you yell at them.
What'd you say?
Quiet confidence is scary. Oh.
Hey, get your...
Oh! He went shin kick. Lots of nerves there. Oh, he went right for the sternum. Oh, those kicks don't look like they hurt. He just goes, it's like a little slapping kick.
I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, he's choking him out. In these types of situations, or if you've seen someone in a chokehold, what ends up happening is usually a result of vascular blockage, meaning that they put enough force to block the blood flow both in and outflow out of the brain. Because of that, you run out of oxygen, you build up pressure, you pass out. If you apply that for long enough, you can kill someone. Even though there is still some blood traveling from the vertebral arteries from the back, because the majority of it comes from here, you can actually do some serious neurological damage by choking someone from the front. And if you do it so strong, you could actually break the hyoid bone, the floating bone. It's actually one of the things that's investigated on autopsies to see if someone was strangulated. Oh, someone's sick. Options for why this individual's sick, in my medical opinion, without knowing any of the facts, which is not the way you make a medical diagnosis, but it is when you're watching Squid Game 2 and you have no context. He ate some kind of fish that had some poison in it. If you've ever had a bad oyster, you know it's not fun. Vulnificus? I don't even remember if that's the correct bacteria, but I think vulnificus. Second, he has motion sickness, where sensory data from your ear, where your semicircular canals are, doesn't match up to what you're seeing. So you're looking at a room, it's not moving, your ears feel motion, there's a disconnect, your brain panics, makes you nauseous, makes you pass out. Medications we use, Dramamine, meclizine, both antihistamines, and then one that is used in a patch form is called scopolamine. That's an anticholinergic, also can be useful. And there's also some like lifestyle things that you could do under your control, like stare at a point on the horizon, keep yourself calm, position yourself in a certain way. Don't look at an object very close to you. Also, I totally didn't take into consideration, he's on a boat. One of the most well-known cruise ship viruses, noting this isn't a cruise ship, but being in close proximity to others, is norovirus. Actually spreading rampant across the US right now, so much so that your boy had it. I was deathly ill with norovirus not too long ago. It's like a GI bug. You vomit a lot, usually doesn't last long, very contagious, so it spreads on cruise ships. And unfortunate that it's called a cruise ship virus because that's not where it happens most commonly. But when it does happen on a cruise ship, it spreads so quickly, usually the entire cruise ship gets it, or a lot of people on the cruise ship get it, and maybe the cruise ship even needs to stay docked for a bit. There's a lot of stories, as you can see here. Thank you to our sponsor, Norovirus. Let's get back to the video.
Oh, wow, you've really been drinking, huh?
Oh, he could have been drinking, but did they give them alcohol? How do you think Squid Game 2, they participated in, what's the word to drink that starts with a B?
Imbibe?
Imbibe. The vibe was to imbibe. Remains to be seen. If you knew what imbibe means before watching this video, leave me a comment because I'm going to be impressed with your SAT level knowledge.
Why are you pretending?
Oh! Those types of repetitive puncture wounds to the abdomen, that's fatal. A lot of internal bleeding. You can't fix that. Not on a cruise ship / warship / Squid Games torture ship. Safe to say that's not compatible with life. And in a situation like that, he'll probably lose consciousness before he drowns because of the massive blood loss.
What's up? We must have really hit a nerve.
Well, it depends which nerve you're talking about. There's 12 cranial nerves. Which one? Whoever does the next Squid Game social media should include a boxing component for it. Why is there just a massive brawl? Like, they're just fighting each other. Is he tapping? Oh my God, everyone with the choking here. Oh, his lips are turning blue. Sign of hypoxia. Oh, I heard something snap or get punctured. Oh. Put a fork in it. He's done. See, that would happen if you get carotid arterial spray. I guess the tongue is heavily vascularized. There's a lot of communicable diseases that I'm concerned with here. Obviously not acutely, but long-term is exposure to hepatitis, human immunodeficiency virus. There's all sorts of risks that we're talking about here, and he doesn't seem overly concerned. How about covering some of the most shocking medical conditions on TikTok? Click here to check that out, and as always, stay happy and healthy.